Let's talk about Nintendo.
Yeah.
Let's talk about my big discovery that I made today. Well,
Please enlighten us.
While I was doing the outline for the show, Reggie put out this statement. He was interviewed by someone, and he put out a statement, and it was about the NES Classic being sold out everywhere. And then he worked in like a shameful plug for Super Mario Run and the upcoming Nintendo Switch. It was just like a really cringeworthy statement. And I wanted to make fun of it on the show. But I didn't, I wanted to make sure that I got it right. So I wanted to find the original interview to make sure that I wasn't screwing it up. So it turns out the original interview was on CNET, and it was in video form, even though they quoted it in the article at length. So I'm watching the video, and of course you just sit through like a 30-second unskippable PlayStation ad before you watch this Nintendo interview. Reggie makes like the ultimate Freudian slip. He says, quote, like the quote in the article when you read it says, the overall level of demand is certainly greater than we anticipated. And that's why we're suffering through the shortages out there in the marketplace. But when you watch the video, he says, I'd be lying to you if I said the overall level of demand is certainly greater than we anticipated, which I'm sure is the actual reality.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I thought it was funny because, it's, why it's funny. I don't have to explain why it's funny, right? I mean, if I could just stop doing the show if I had to explain why this is funny. But, yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. And I also thought it was interesting that in the CNET article, they just decided to leave out those words for some reason. I guess.
Yeah. So in the article, they don't include the "I'd be lying."
Right. Right.
Because I saw that quote everywhere a couple of days ago, but there's a little bit in front of it that basically negates what he said.
Right. They just left out the line.
Right. They just gave his lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I had to. Now you imagine when I find this, I'm doing this for the just to get ready for the show. And you can imagine when I find this, I'm like, wait, did I just hear that right? Is it like too early in the morning? Like, have I not had enough breakfast? And I'm watching I have to watch the video like 4 times just to make sure I'm not, my normal stupid self. But sure enough, you fucking said it.
So Reggie's a big liar.
Reggie's a liar. And he admitted it.
He's not a liar.
He's truthful.
He would be lying to you if he said that the overall level of demand is certainly greater.
He was truthful.
He's preying on the interviewer's inability to quote him properly, and he was right.
Well,
so now he could say, "I didn't lie about anything," and the quote that everyone used, because why would anyone watch a video?
People watch videos,
sad.
but especially Reggie. I mean, I don't know. It's and of course, like, there's no follow up. Like, you have Reggie there talking about the shortages of the NES Classic. Like, hey, Reggie, I noticed something about Nintendo products. There's always shortages. You always seem to underestimate the overall level of demand.
I would ask Reggie, what is your day-to-day?
Yes. I was thinking, dude, I was thinking that this morning.
I know. What does he do in a day? I'm convinced his job is, it has to be, it's just conference calls all day. And he probably doesn't say anything. He just has to listen to like 8 hours of conference calls. He goes in, he listens to 8 hours of conference calls, and then at 6 o'clock he goes home and goes to sleep, probably on a giant pile of money. And that's it.
Right? He stays out of trouble. That's his job. Stay out of trouble.
Listen to the bosses in Japan.
Don't rock
tell
the
you
boat.
What you're gonna do.
Stay cool.
Stay cool.
Go on Jimmy Fallon.
Cash them checks.
Stay, be loved. Be the Reggie that everybody loves. Your body.
He's probably on these conference calls.
I mean, he's very good as a
front man,
a public figure,
pitch man
to go and say positive things.
The
about
Ron
Mario.
Popeil of Nintendo.
It's a little, that quote, the rest of that quote, forget about the lying part when he says, that's why we're suffering through the shortages out there in the marketplace. Like we're suffering. Nintendo is suffering over that. What about the people?
I think he means all of us.
We're all suffering. We're all in this together. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest pile
He's
of
a man of the people.
What a pile of shit. I mean, he's not
he's sitting on those conference calls. He's like sketching different size and shaped pizza boxes.
Why? Because he worked for Pizza Hut?
He's like, oh man, I could have made the Bigfoot too.
Or because he's hungry?
Both. Just like, oh, this one's 4 feet long. This is 4 feet of pizza. Just sketching it out.
How many pizzas can I fit in the new Maserati that just came out that I'm buying? That's what he's thinking.
Yep, that too.
But
I mean, it is at the same time, like his next quote, like the part that they saw the NES Classic as an opportunity to engage with millennials, Gen Xers, boomers, and people who played these games back in the day. First of all,
that's everyone.
Everyone. Yeah.
That's everyone.
Humans.
Right. But I mean, the beauty of that is if they short these things enough, then people get excited for the Switch. Like,
do they?
Yes, that's how this works.
I feel like it's the exact opposite. I feel like the more people are angry at them because they can't get an NES Classic, the more I'm seeing, I won't buy another Nintendo product again.
I
don't think it's the same marketplace.
You're wavering on buying the $10 Super Mario Run game, Wombat.
Well, I have an NES Classic, so I don't care.
Chip, the guy who's going to buy a $60 NES Classic is not necessarily the same guy.
Oh, I know that. I know that for sure. But at the same time, it does.
I think the NES
it adds
Classic
value to the
shortages.
Switch.
Do you think it's an upsell opportunity?
I think it's a little bit of an upsell opportunity. Yeah.
I think it's the other way around. I think it's going to lead more people to buy the iPhone game and less people to buy the Switch. I feel like
they're happy there too. They're making money.
I think I want the Switch to be good. I want it to be successful, but there's part of me that thinks that thing is dead on arrival, like the Wii U was already. It's not optimistic, but I don't know. I could very well be wrong, and I could very well change my mind. But if you're asking me today how I feel, I am feeling nothing but doom and gloom for the Nintendo Switch. Ask me again in a month, but I don't even think it's not even done yet.
Well, in a month, almost to this day, we'll know everything about it.
So they say, but it's not done yet. I don't even think it's done yet.
It comes out in March, so it better be done.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even think it's done yet. I still think they're working on it.
They only have 50 that are coming out in March.
Yeah.
They're not really going to start making them until November.
They could do more fake demos like they did on Jimmy Fallon.
I don't know. It's just... Chip, the only way that the Switch is an upsell from the NES Classic, if there's like if they announce like some really well integrated virtual console system that they've yet to do on any of their consoles.
Well, their current virtual console is not bad. Could it be improved upon? Certainly. Like we all want it to be better. We all want it to be like modern economy that like follows a username rather than a system. But I don't know. I think it definitely helps with Super Mario Run. I agree with Wombat there. But I think it's going to it's going to increase the promotion of the Switch. Because it's going to be, Nintendo's last thing was so hard to get. Here's their new thing.
Right. I better get on that just in case.
Right.
Maybe I can make some money on eBay. Worst case scenario. I don't know. I still think it's a shitty strategy. I think it's like selfish. It's super selfish because you're putting a lot of load on retailers, on like the clerks at retail who have to put up with customers who are disappointed because they just waited outside for 2 hours in the cold and have nothing to show for it. Or the people who have to work on the websites of these retailers who are now getting like bombarded by bots Or like the store gets like 10 a day and they all go on sale at 5:00. So now the website gets taken down by people and bots try to grab these fucking things. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't benefit anybody except Nintendo. And not even sure that it really benefits Nintendo. Like if it's really worth it. So I don't know. They sure think so. But there's also rumors.
They know how to make money there.
But they say that they can make more money if they weren't just such pussies.
Right.
And assholes, really. They're kind of assholes about it. You know? If you really cared about your fans, you wouldn't make them sit out in the cold for your little tchotchkes. If you could fix it, and you can easily fix it. But hey, you got that 150-year-old Nintendo guy sucking up souls. In other great Switch news, there was an article on VentureBeat today about the specs of the Switch and confirming that it is less powerful than a PS4. But how does it compare to an Xbox One? I didn't actually read the article.
It said it wasn't clear right now how it would compare to an Xbox One. I would be surprised if it's as powerful as an Xbox One, but I don't know. If it's as powerful as an Xbox One, it's fine. I mean, even if it's not, it's fine. It's going to have the Nintendo games in it. It's just not going to
play
have
Mario.
But what about third party? You need third party. We know this.
Does it?
Yes.
It's not happening. Third party's not happening.
All right.
The Wii did not have third party. Well, it did, but it didn't.
The Wii had a certain magic, and we know we've talked about it a million times, and it showed really well on television, and it looked like it would appeal to a casual audience who maybe like staring at a TV screen is not necessarily appealing for them, as a family. But swinging your arms around somehow breaks that stereotype. This does not have that at all. Of any of those things.
They need 2 good first-party games a quarter.
But even that's
that's what they need.
Well, they're not getting that. They're not getting.
They need 2 real first-party games per quarter.
Would like Mario Tennis count as one of those?
Yes, that would count.
Okay.
So like Mario Tennis and a Metroid game. And then the next quarter would need to be like an actual Mario game. And then you could have your, I don't know, Donkey Kong boxing.
Good luck. You're not even
going to... They need to have 2 per quarter for this console to be successful.
Yeah. And
they need for at least the first 3 years. That's what they need. If they can't do that, then yes, I do believe the console is a dead man walking.
Well,
because if the software isn't there after the first year, like 6 good games that are worth owning a console
during the first year.
During the first year, not on launch, the first year, 6 good games. It's not like I'm saying it needs a billion.
Well, you're saying 6 good exclusives?
Yes.
It seems very unlikely.
Mm.
But I know what you're saying, because if they don't have that, people will be like, oh, it's another Nintendo console that's not going to have any third-party games, and it's just going to fail again.
Yeah, it's not going to have... It doesn't have the third-party support. So the only way to make up for that is to have exclusives that are worth purchasing. And I think I think 6 is a reasonable number.
Just put out Pokemon games every quarter.
Yeah, if in the first year of the Switch they came out with a Mario platformer, a Zelda game, a Pokemon game, a kart game, I don't know, a Punch-Out game, why not? And an Animal Crossing game, all in year 1. Those 6 games all came out.
How about Skyrim? And like a Mario game. Is that enough?
No, because I already own Skyrim twice. I don't need it a third time.
But you don't have it portable.
I don't need it.
You could play it on the train.
That's okay. I wouldn't want to take that thing on the train. I'd be afraid it breaks.
Tim writes in and he lets us know that Nintendo's going to have public demos of the Switch in January in New York City so that we could go try it if we wanted to. Maybe we could have a lunch date.
Okay.
I'm sure we wouldn't have to wait. I'm sure there'll be no line there. No artificially created line. I'm sure they'll have plenty of Switches for everybody to try in a timely manner.
Yep. Switches for everyone.
And not like it's winter. In January in New York City, it'll be very pleasant outside.
Always. It's supposed to be 20 degrees tomorrow. Are you excited for that?
I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow, I don't think. I think I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Get some fire. Got the fireplace working now. It's nice.